So happy Forecast Day. This is also the convention week, which means we have 3 days of school, followed by, for students, 2 days away from school. The teachers, though, go back to school during that time. I'd like to take this opportunity this week to share a little bit about what's happening in our movement of Christian education in Ontario. So, prior to this year, there were huge discussions about how we can pull together the different things happening to support what happens in the Christian school classroom. So you had the Ontario Alliance of Christian Schools, which represented boards and really was responsible for pushing the movement. You had the Administrators Association, which was for Christian leaders that worked in these Christian schools. And you had the Teachers Group, which was OXTA at one point, and more recently known as Edified. So these three things sort of hovering around each other, but working closely together. We're now working to put them into one organization. And that's mostly true now as Edvance has come about. So Edvance, E-D-V-A-N-C-E. Edvance is the name of the new organization that pulls these together. So it didn't start until September 1 of this year. So this year's convention is actually being put on by Edvance. It used to be by the Teachers Group. Now the teachers are part of that group. But it's everybody together. So we're excited to see a few things happen this year that will be just brand new. And one of the things this week is that Educators Convention happening Thursday and Friday. There's also a big gala happening this Thursday night where all the schools are encouraged to have a table and just rally around a new way of giving leadership and support to Christian education. So it's pretty exciting stuff. Let me read to you the mission of Edvance so you can be a little bit more familiar. I think you'll see it on your screen as I talk about it. So these are their words. We have a clear vision for what excellent Christian education can look like. More than just transferring content into the minds of students, we want students to discover their place in God's story, to deepen their growing sense of themselves, their gifts, and their relationships to God and others, to creation and culture. Christian schools exist for students. We want to help you, that is, Edvance wants to help their schools and their teachers shine a light on professional excellence in education so that your students can experience joy and purpose in a beautiful but complex world. So we're excited that there is now a unified group which seeks to look after all aspects of Christian schools, from finance to board structure to leadership and instruction and teachers. That is what Edvance will be providing. So last week we had our ministry inspection. So the Ministry of Education, which represents the province of Ontario, inspects independent schools like ours to make sure that they are, worthy to offer the Ontario Secondary School Diploma, which we have always offered, in addition to our Smithville Christian High School Diploma. So you may have heard rumblings about this from your children last week as the ministry came in to do their biannual, so every other year, inspection of our school. So our teachers were working really hard to make sure that their lessons and their unit plans were sort of consistent with the compliance that the province expects of us. So when the Ministry of Education provides curriculum for all Ontario schools to adopt and to teach in the classroom, and we need to make sure we're honoring that by teaching this curriculum, and at the same time honoring the mission of our school and teaching in a way that develops a Christian mind. So these things that we juggle, sometimes it is felt that, we shouldn't do that anymore. We shouldn't kowtow to what the Ministry of Education needs. But there is no problem for us teaching the content of the curriculum of the province of Ontario, while at the same time infusing it with a Christian perspective. So our mission is to train students to live as responsible disciples of Jesus Christ. So I guess there's a couple things to say about this ministry inspection. The first is, it's over, it's done, we passed, we probably got the most encouragement that we've seen in recent history about our compliance with the ministry expectation. So we got a really good report. Our teachers were working super hard, and their lessons, their planning, their assessments, their instruction is very much up to snuff in the province. And the second point I would make is that there is nothing about complying with the Ministry of Education that compromises our ability and our desire to deliver a Christian world and life view in our instruction. So going forward, we're glad that it's over. There's a lot we learn when we do these things, but it's, I guess, important for you to know that our teachers are eager to, having moved beyond this inspection, to get back to what they enjoy the most, and that is being with and teaching your children, their students. So we're just eager to carry on, having learned a lot, but just carrying on doing what we do best, and that is educating your kids to become disciples of Jesus Christ.